guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to my no buy update for 2022. In the beginning of the year, I kind of gave myself certain specific categories and specific goals for those specific categories as to which products I'm allowed to purchase, what conditions I have for each of them to purchase or not purchase. So it was like a low buy slash no buy situation. Of course, I didn't say that I'm not going to purchase any beauty product for the whole year. That's not possible whatsoever. But yeah, for these specific categories, I knew I was kind of getting out of hand. So I gave myself some goals, and I'm going to share with you if I met the goals for those products or not, and give you like a 6 month update, and then also how I'm going to be continuing the rest of the 6 months of the year in terms of my no buy slash low buy and what rules I've set for myself. So yes, if you're interested to know that, and if you're interested in like anti-consumerism content, or if you're interested in just like content where if you're on a similar journey where I am, where I like to purchase beauty products, I love trying out new stuff, and I still want to kind of like keep budgets in mind, make sure my collection doesn't go out of hand, curate my collection, and kind of not be like minimalistic, but like be intentional as to what I'm purchasing, why I'm purchasing, and all of that stuff. If you're interested in that, then I'm sure that you're going to love this video. So yes, please keep on watching, and if you haven't subscribed already, please make sure that you subscribe. But now let's dive right into it. So I kind of have my laptop like towards the side today, so I'm going to keep looking there because I have the notes pulled up, but let's get started. The first category that we have is perfume, and for perfume, the goal that I gave myself for full size bottles was that I'm not allowed to buy any more full size bottles unless and until I use up what I already have in my collection. So like if I go through a full size perfume bottle that is 100 ml, I'm allowing myself to either buy like another 100 ml perfume bottle or 250 ml perfume bottles, whatever. Like the quantity needs to match. I can't use up like a 50 ml perfume and then purchase another 100 ml perfume. That's not allowed. And I did very good at this. I did not purchase any additional full size perfumes unless and until I did not use up what I already have. I have used up a decent amount in the first 6 months of the year. I'm very happy about that progress, but I need to continue keeping that momentum going for the rest of the year. So that is something that I'm going to continue on, even in my like updated list. This is something which is highlighted and very clearly mentioned that I have to follow. So yeah, I did very well with that, and I also gave myself the goal that I'm going to use up, not use up, but like cut down my sample perfume collection into half. And this is also a goal that I kind of put in like in the middle when my decant collection was kind of going out of hand, and I did achieve this goal as well. I did cut down my sample perfumes collection in half, so that was amazing. Pat on the back for that, and I also did reward myself for it also eventually. So yeah, that's always a good feeling. But something that I did not do very good at was my lipstick collection. So I decided to not purchase any lipsticks in 2022, like for the whole year, for the whole 12 months. But in the first 6 months of the year itself, I kind of broke that rule in a way where I did purchase, I think, one Nykaa Ultra Matte lipstick, one K Beauty lip crayon. I recently bought the Plum liquid lipstick as well. So yeah, there were a few lipsticks that I added into my collection this year. I don't feel very bad about it because I have also decluttered a lot of lipsticks that were sitting in my collection gathering dust because I wasn't using them. And I'm also constantly in the process of like, you know, kind of like shopping my stash when it comes to lipsticks and trying out a lot of different lipsticks. Today what I'm wearing is a Faceless lip crayon that I wasn't wearing very regularly earlier, even though I absolutely loved the formulation and the shade and all of that. But I'm very happy that I've started kind of like using those lipsticks. I wore this shade I think 2 or 3 times in the past few weeks, and I hadn't worn it for months. So yeah, I do feel good about that, but I did break the rules, so it is what it is. I have to accept that. Another rule that I did end up breaking was when it came to moisturizers. So I said that I'm not going to purchase any gel moisturizers for the first 6 months of 2022, and I definitely broke that rule. I have purchased multiple moisturizers, and for good reason. was using up a lot of my moisturizers pretty quickly, and that's why I ended up purchasing a lot more. I've been constantly trying and testing out so many different moisturizers and obviously loving that. So this is another one that I don't feel bad about breaking the rule, but I did break it. So yeah, we didn't do very great on that, but I'm not going to give myself the goal of not purchasing any moisturizers for the rest of the 6 months, because I'm again trying and testing out a lot. I'm going through a lot, so it makes sense that I need to buy more. So this is one part of my collection where I don't feel super bad about it. So yeah, that was that. Moving on, one category that I'm actually doing very well with is hair masks. So I gave myself the goal of not purchasing any hair masks for the first 6 months of the year, and I haven't. In fact, I'm very close to completely using up all the hair masks that I have in my collection. I have like a couple of uses of the Wow hair mask that I'm kind of savoring actually, which is why I haven't used a hair mask for the last couple of weeks in my hair, just because if I did, then I would have gone through everything. So yeah, now I'm actually waiting for the Nykaa sale to come around so I can purchase a couple of the different ones which are on my wish list. There is Tresemme, there's Garnier, what else do we have? I think those are the two that I can think on the top of my head that I want to try out. But yeah, definitely I'm going to be trying out quite a few different hair masks in the second half of 2022. So in case you're interested, stay tuned for that. If you have any recommendations, please share them. If you want me to try out anyone specifically, let me know again down below as well. But yeah, that was that. Moving on to my next goal, which again I didn't do very good on, but I also didn't do very bad on. So I don't feel super bad. But I gave myself the goal of not purchasing any face washes for the whole year of 2022, apart from the Body Shop Tea Tree Facial Wash, which is my second cleanse when I'm removing my makeup at the end of the day. But in the first 6 months, I have already broken that rule, because I bought the Dermaco Milky Jelly Cleanser. Now again, this is one that I don't feel as bad buying, because lately my skin has been a little drier, because I did over exfoliate with retinol, and my skin became a tad bit sensitive, so I stopped using a lot of actives, and I was trying to use a cleanser that's not going to over dry my skin. So the Dermaco like Milky Jelly Cleanser has been doing great and helping me a lot with that. So I'm happy that I have that one on hand, because all the other face washes that I have could be a little bit too drying. So keeping that in mind, I'm happy that I have this one. But I broke the rule. So yeah, not feeling super guilty about it, because I did not go crazy buying a lot of face washes. I just bought one, and that too I'm actively using, so it's serving me a purpose, which I'm happy about. But it is what it is. Moving on to the last two goals that I did very great on both, and these are makeup related goals. I decided to not buy any face products, so bronzer, blush, highlighter, contour, all of that stuff, for the whole year of 2022. And in the first 6 months, I have been doing amazing. I did not buy any. The ones that I did buy were last year. I bought the Tarte Amazonian Clay blush set in November of 2021. So that's not really cheating. But yeah, apart from that, like from Jan of 2022 to June end, now July, I did not buy any, so I'm very happy about that. And also, another makeup related goal that I gave myself was eyeshadows. I told myself that I'm not going to buy any additional eyeshadows. I already have a Z palette full of single eyeshadows, and then typically nowadays, like even today, I don't know if you can see, but I have a little bit of contour from my Makeup Revolution Iconic Lights and Contour Pro palette. I have a little bit of like contour shade just dusted on my crease as an eyeshadow, and that's what I'm doing a lot these days, so I don't feel the need to have a separate eyeshadow whatsoever. So yeah, I told myself I'm not going to buy any eyeshadows, and I did very, very good on that as well. So yes, we're doing good essentially, if we think about it like that. So now I'm going to be sharing with you kind of what my no-buy planning schedule is for the rest of 2022. So from July to December, these are the goals that we have going on. And this time, instead of like just giving myself specific categories that I'm going to have goals on, I gave myself a category and a rule. No, I gave myself a rule for every single category is what I was trying to say. So I wrote down all the categories, and I have like made notes for every single one of them. So now we're gonna dive into that. The first category, so I've started with skincare, and then moved on to a little bit of makeup, and then body, and then ending with perfume. So that's kind of the order we're going to be going in, starting with first skincare, and we have a face wash to begin with. Now for face wash, the goal that I've given myself this time is a little bit more reasonable, and the goal is that I'm only going to buy more face wash when my current stash runs out. I have, I would say, a good 3 to 4 months worth of face wash left. So typically I don't feel like I should be buying much right now, and even if I do, I'm just going to allow myself to buy like 1 or 2, so that it's going to suffice me for 6 months in total. But apart from that, we don't need to go crazy on this category whatsoever. And similar to face wash, another category which is also part of cleansing is makeup remover. And for makeup remover as well, I've given myself the same goal, where I am basically not going to be buying additional makeup remover till my current stash doesn't run out. Now I have 2 makeup removers actively right now in my collection. I have one Plum cleansing balm and one Kiko Milano micellar gel wash. I'm focusing on the Kiko Milano one right now, and I'll probably buy one backup just so that, you know, when my current tube runs out, I have a backup to then work on. But apart from that, I'm not gonna go crazy in this category at all. And you know, be mindful, maybe add like one at a time, and make sure that even in terms of like the inventory, we don't go crazy in terms of the numbers. Moving on next to some of our treatment steps, we have AJ toner to start with, because that's the only kind of toner that I buy. And for this one, I'm strictly not going to buy any. I have the ordinary one, I have Dermaco, I have an Isntree one. I wanted to get the Chemist at Play one, but I already knew that I have so many that I don't need to add another one. So I don't think I'm going to need any AJ toners for the rest of 2022. So we're strictly not going to buy any at all. Moving on next to some of our anti-acne serums. Now this can be salicylic acid serums, but it can also be specific serums that are targeting, you know, acne. And for this one, the goal that I've given myself is that I'm not going to buy any until my current collection is over. I have a few. I have the Purito BHA gel. I have one from Dermaco, the salicylic acid spot treatment like cream. What else do I have? I did buy the Chemist at Play salicylic acid serum recently, which is more so probably going to be like a maintenance product as compared to like a treatment product. We will try it out and figure it out and see. But yeah, this is another one that I want to kind of go through everything that I have before I decide to, you know, buy any additional ones. Like even my favorites, I haven't repurchased the Earth Rhythm or the Dot and Key one. So yeah, we're not going to do that until and unless we don't go through everything that we already have. Moving on next to serums, just in general as a category, so vitamin C serums, niacinamide serums, salicylic acid serums, the basic like maintenance products that I have. I'm going to use the ones that I have currently in my collection before I buy additional ones. Again, I don't want to go super crazy in terms of the total number of serums that I have in my collection, so I'm going to kind of lay low and not buy a lot of additional ones, at least at the moment. I might towards the end of the year, because by then I will go through some of the ones that I have right now, but for now I have enough. And I also recently bought the Plum vitamin C serum as well as their niacinamide, so we're good for now. Moving on next to moisturizers and sunscreen. These two categories I have allowed myself to go crazy on this year. And when I say go crazy, I don't mean buy like 10 at a time. I mean add like 2 or 3, you know, on a regular basis, because when you're trying out different products, specifically like something that I already have in my collection and I've used in the past, I know how it's going to work. But when I'm trying out something new, I don't know if it's going to work great in the morning or at night, or how it's going to pair with other products. So it's always good to have a couple of options, is what I have personally experienced. So keeping that in mind, these are two categories where I'm really going to allow myself to try and test out a bunch of different ones, share reviews with you guys, because I have so many on my wish list that it's not really possible to like cap these particular categories. And they're also essentials. Like when you think about the essentials of skincare, you think cleanser, moisturizer, sunscreen. Those are the three basic essential products. So for that reason, I feel like I don't want to cap these categories, because you can never have enough. At the same time, you don't want to have like 20, but you can never have enough. So yeah, moisturizers and sunscreens, I will allow myself to go a little bit crazy. Moving on next to another category which has now become an essential for me. Earlier it wasn't at all, and that is retinol. So for retinol, I have recently gotten like 2 or 3 different ones. I recently also got the Plum retinol. So this is the category where the rule that I've given myself is that I will buy additional ones, obviously, once my current stash runs out. So I have a few. I have 2 tubes of adapalene gel. I have a retinol moisturizer. I have a retinol serum I'm currently trying out by Disrupt Skincare, and then I also have the Plum one. So I don't think I'm gonna need to buy any additional retinols this year, but if I run out of all of these, I will allow myself to maybe buy 1 or 2 more. So yeah, as of now we're going good. Those are pretty much all the skincare categories that I could think of that I wanted to like speak about. Moving on next to we have some makeup. So we have base products, eyeliner and lipsticks, and also face products. For base products, I have one that I'm going to be almost out of pretty soon, hopefully. It's a part of the project pan as well, so I'm excited to use that up. And then I have, I think, 2 more loose powders. One is like a sunscreen loose powder by Sandeva Skincare, and then I also have the Maybelline loose powder. So for this, the goal that I've given myself is that I will buy more when my current stash runs out, and I will probably allow myself to also repurchase the K-Beauty loose powder when the Nykaa sale comes around, just because again I don't feel super bad about having a few options, because I just have 1 or 2 right now in my collection, and I've also used up all the press powders that I had in my collection. So I'm gonna allow myself to buy like 1 loose powder. It's fine to buy just 1. Eyeliner I will allow myself to buy, because I have 2 open eyeliners right now at the moment, which I feel like I could be done with pretty soon because I've had them for a while. And I did recently buy the Plum Eyeliner as well, which is a pen. So again, with that, it's like you don't exactly know when you're gonna run out or when it's gonna dry up. So it's always good to have eyeliner on hand, because again, it's one of those things I feel incomplete without. I need to have it on every single day. So yeah, I will allow myself to buy like 1 or 2 eyeliners more, like liquid ones, but don't want to go crazy on this particular category and really keep it in check and buy them from time to time. I just don't want to stock up on too many and then have them dry up, or you know, just go to waste. So yeah, that is that. Moving on to lipsticks. This is one where again I did the mistake kind of giving myself the goal in the first half of the year to not buy any, and then I ended up buying them any which ways. So for the next 6 months, the goal that I'm giving myself is that I want to curate my current collection, and I really want to wear all of them and enjoy all of them, and at the same time also be mindful about which ones I want to add in. Like I don't want to add too many nude pinks in, because I already have quite a few. I think when it comes to the nudes that I have, I'm doing pretty good, but maybe I can add some shades that I don't have as many of. Like I recently bought a brown liquid lipstick from Plum. Again, I was not intending on buying like a deep brown shade. It just ended up happening because I did not see this shade in person before I bought it, but I'm still very happy about it, and I love the formulation as well. So I want to be really mindful about which formulations I'm getting and shades I'm getting that I actually love. And if I don't love them, like if I end up buying something that I don't love it, I want to declutter it, pass it on, and not have a big collection of lipsticks where I'm hardly using just a couple, you know. I want to love every single lipstick that I own. That's the goal, essentially. So yeah, that was lipsticks. moving on to the last category of makeup that we have is face products. And like I said in like the earlier part of this video, I will not be buying any face products for the rest of 2022 because I really want to focus on what I have, hit pan on some of them, use up some of them, and really like cull down my collection and make it smaller when it comes to face products, because it takes a lot of time to actually use up products. So I want to have few, focus on them, use them up, and then buy more. So yeah, those are all the makeup goals that we had to discuss. And when it comes to body, we just have body washes and body lotions. For body washes, I will allow myself to buy more because in the first half of the year, even though I didn't give myself the goal of not buying any, but I actually did not end up buying much, and even if I did, I used up all of it. So right now my body wash collection is actually pretty small, to the point where I'm almost scared that I will run out of all my body washes and not have any more on hand. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna allow myself to buy body washes whenever I need to. And you guys know my favorite is the one by Plum, so I just keep buying that over and over again. And I haven't branched out and tried a bunch of different ones, and I don't even know if I feel like I want to, if that makes any sense. I'm just so happy with them that I don't want to try out anything else. I just want to stick to what my favorite is. So yeah, for body lotions, my goal is actually to use up the body lotions that I have currently before I buy more again, because I was pretty consistent with using body lotions towards the beginning of the year, but then I feel like the past couple of weeks I have kind of reduced a lot. So for that reason, I want to first use up what I have and only then allow myself to buy any more. So that's the plan for that. And last but not the least, we have perfumes. Now for perfumes, my goals are pretty much the same like they were in the beginning of the year. For full size, it's the 1 in 1 out policy, which is going to continue for the rest of the 6 months and probably for the rest of my life, if we're being really honest. And for sample perfumes, I want to try out and curate all the perfumes that I have already in my collection, because I bought a lot of samples from Sephora. I bought like 7 or 8 discovery sets, which I'm still having to work on them. At the same time, I'm also focusing on my full size bottles, so that's a little challenging, and I feel like I can give enough love to my existing collection already and focus on that before I decide to like buy more. So yeah, we're gonna like figure out some new rules and figure out some new ways as to how we can curate our existing collection when it comes to sample size perfumes. So that's the goal for that. And yes, I guess that's it for this video. Surprisingly, I hope that this was not too long. I did get interrupted once in the middle, so we have like 2 clips in total of this whole video, but I just hope that it's not super long, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it, kind of got an insight as to what is going on in my brain when it comes to making purchases, when it comes to beauty products. So yeah, that's gonna be that. Let me know how you've been doing. Let me know if you are someone who is super minimalist when it comes to your skincare, or are you someone who's also like me. We're on a similar journey maybe, where we're trying to not go as crazy with our purchases when it comes to beauty products. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. My throat is like dry, so I'm gonna go now and drink some water and then film a bunch of more content for you guys. So yeah, stay tuned for that. That's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye.